All right, everyone, welcome to Secure the Bag. We are glad to be here. I'm Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, and I'm also here with
Mr. Matthew Taylor, your tailor-made wealth garden. What's going on, everybody?
what is going on. Remember, everyone, this is a stream. This is a conversation, and we do this on Sundays, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So set an alarm. You don't want to miss it, especially for those of you who like to just receive encouraging content, informational content on a consistent basis. And so here we are with Secure the Bag. And so for those of you, if this is your first time here, we definitely want to let you know what Secure the Bag is all about. And so, Mr. Taylor, let's just give them, just a little quick snippet on what this particular channel is really all about.
So it's all about freedom. It's all about, when we talk about securing your bag, we talk about securing your wealth,
Mhm.
securing your finances, your dream, vision, goal, whatever that thing is that you're trying to secure when it comes to your destiny, whatever it comes to what you want to do in life. That's what it's all about. You got to find your bag. You got to grow your bag. You got to sow your bag so that you can get your bag, right? And so that's what we do as we talk about. It's not necessarily a presentation because we're connecting so many different things, but it's a conversation about getting this mind right? We want to get this
Good.
mind right so that we get our money right.
Hey,
So let's go.
hey, get your mind right to get your money right.
That's
Y'all
right.
heard that. Y'all heard it. Listen, when we come together, we focus on topics. It can range from wealth building. It can talk about establishing a home-based business and strategies and tips on how to be successful in these areas. And so, listen, we're here in 2024. This is the month of January. And so some people like to believe that January is this month where we lay a solid foundation. We talk about topics that helps you to just establish a firm foundation. And so I can't think of anything else really to talk about other than, your vision and where you see yourself going in 2024. But when you're thinking about these things, you also want to make sure you have the right resources. And so we're actually going to be referencing a very powerful resource today. Mr. Taylor, won't you introduce them to this resource that we're going to be really referring to today?
So this resource is from the late great Dr.
Come
Ty
on,
Best. If you don't know
Octavus.
who this is, this gentleman is a giant, was a giant
Yes,
in the network marketing space.
yes.
He's wrote several books. Uh, Enemies of Your Success. 21. All kinds of stuff he's read and
Mhm.
wrote. And so I'm excited because here's the thing. He always said this one thing to me, right? He said everything starts with a dream.
Dream.
Everything
Come
starts
on.
with a dream, and especially because the world is so clouded with all kinds of stuff, with all kinds of mess, you got to be so intentional. You
Mhm.
got to focus on your attention, ignore your distractions, and focus on whatever that dream is, whatever that goal is. You got to manifest it. So he says in this book, it's a dreamer's guide, right, to surviving in a jungle full of non-dreamers. The world
Non-dreamers.
is not. The world is setting people up to not dream, right? They want people to
Mm.
be controlled. They want you to own nothing and be happy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm all about freedom, right? Free dominion over the space you've been given. What is that space? The space is time.
Mm.
We've been given space over time, and if we don't allow ourselves to be able to have that freely, somebody else is taking it from us, and we're
Come
giving it
on.
away to somebody else.
Come
So
on.
that's what we're here.
Now here's the thing, Mr. Taylor. When we're thinking about this book, we're talking about Dream Chasers Manifesto, how we are surviving in this place full of non-dreamers. I'm just paraphrasing right now. When we think about this resource, there's two things we need to think about. We need to think about us as the dreamers, and then the environment in which we're in, being involved where there are people who are non-dreamers. So how are we to deal if you were to give one tip and considering this book reference in this resource, how do we as dreamers continue to dream again? Because that's the biggest thing, where you got all these external forces. How do we, refuel or at least ignite the ability to dream again?
Sometimes you got to slow down and speed up. This is what
Mm,
they say in the military, right? Slow down and speed up. What do I
yeah.
mean by that? You've got to slow your life down so that you can actually sit down and read a book like this
Hmm.
because everybody's looking for a dream. Everybody's looking for a goal.
Just want to let you know we're closing in 15 minutes.
Everybody's looking for a goal. Everybody's looking for something that they want to do in life. But well, guess what? You've got to slow your life down so much so that you can actually focus. What I mean by focus, and I've said this before, It's forced optimism cultivated under stress. That means there's
Yeah.
going to be stress, there's going to be tests. But
Uh-huh.
when you force yourself to focus in, laser in on that goal, that desire, that vision, and you're consistent, because remember, it's all about a few simple disciplines that'll bring you success. There's a few errors in judgment. What do I mean? If you're consistent every day for even 15 minutes on whatever that dream is,
Mhm.
think about what'll happen over a week, what'll happen over a month. You'll be closer to that dream than you thought, versus the person that said, I'm gonna get it done. They do it for a week and then they stop. Then there's 4 months later, they do it again. So you want to be consistent over time, focusing in on that dream, getting quiet, right? Ignoring the noise from all the people that are around you trying to say that you can't do it. I know who you are. I know where you came from. You can't do that. You got to silence that, know who you are, know whose you are, who you're connected to, right? Because you're connected to the source.
That's right.
Because you're connected to the source, everything else is a resource.
Mhm.
He's already given it to you. You're already successful. You already have everything you need inside you. That's kingdom. We got to go back to the king's domain, know that we've been authorized, even if we don't think we're qualified
That's
for
good.
whatever our dream is.
That's good. You just hit on the point I was looking for. Going back to who gave you the dream, who birthed you, who created you. Because you gotta really detox yourself, detox your life, detox your mind of all that stuff that you may have encountered in 2023. As we're laying this foundation in 2024, you gotta get laser focused. That means you might have to have that one-on-one time with God. Spend some time in prayer and fasting to understand the direction that He has set for your life for this year, and really laying that strong foundation. You got to sit some time aside. Jesus took some time aside to pray. And so that's a model that we ought to follow, setting some time aside without the distractions, without the noise in this world, so that you can be able to focus. And that may mean, it doesn't have to mean that you have to spend a whole lot of money just to go on a vacation and set yourself aside. That can be, you have a secret place in your room. It can be a closet. It can be any place in your home, your car, right? Somewhere where you can spend consistent time to hear from God, to understand what He would have you to be doing in this season of your life. What is it that He wants you to focus on? Is it saving money? Okay. Is it establishing another stream of income? Think about that for yourself. And everybody's situation is different. So be careful not to compare your goals, compare your dream to somebody else, because He has given a vision and assignment for you, and specifically you. You are your unique self. So the only thing that you truly can really compare yourself to is the version of yourself from yesterday, so that you can make sure that you see growth. That's the only reason why you should reflect on yesterday's self. You want to see growth. And if you don't see yourself growing, stop and say, what do I need to do differently today? How much reading have I done? Okay, how much time have I spent in prayer? These are just some things to think about now. There are other ways that you can further grow yourself and engage in personal development. But these are just a few examples as we're going into this year. Now, I know we gave you a couple golden nuggets. I just want to make sure you heard us clearly. We don't want to give you too much in this one sitting. And so, Mr. Taylor, what will be, if you were to summarize one or two nuggets as we wrap this thing up, what would those one or two nuggets be in terms of dreaming again and really just focusing in on what God would have people to do?
Achieve the intentionality, right? Focus on it, as Dr. Myron Golden says this all the time. Focus on intention and ignore your distractions. Because as soon as, think about the parable of the sower, as soon as something is sown, there's always something that comes to steal what was just sown. Whether it's the bird, whether it's the rocks, whether it's the heat. That can represent different things. There are things that try to choke things out of you. There are things that try to distract you, and things that pick at you. So the seed is out of the earth. You're grounded. Just know that you have to plant it now. You have to be consistent. You have to focus in on it. And over time, it will happen. You gotta be consistent. Gotta water. You gotta do it.
Consistency.
Gotta tend to it. You gotta cut off those dead things that take away energy. Because as a gardener, there are times where you have things not growing as fast as it could because you still have dead ends where energy is going to those dead ends and it's not going up. And you're not going up faster as you can because you got things that are shooting things outside of it. Cut the L's off your life, and you'll take a W.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I don't have nothing to say. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yes, yes.
We're gonna wrap this thing up. Listen, I don't have anything else to say. I literally mean that right about now. Okay, just know that we are here for you.
Yes.
We're going to give you some more strategies, practical pieces of information, resources. We're not going to give you financial advice, and we're not financial advisors. Just know that that is our disclaimer as we're here with, this particular channel. We are not financial advisors. We're sharing with you what we've learned throughout our years of building a business and walking with God and building wealth. That's what we're giving you, information based on our experience, based on what we have read and gleaned from other resources as well. And you have to make that decision for yourself. How do you see 2024 concluding? We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but what you have control of right now is this moment. What decision are you going to make right now? Are you going to make a decision to dwell on yesterday or move on? Are you going to make a decision to dream for yourself and so that you and your family can have a better future? Or are you going to focus on yesterday's situation that may not have played out the way you wanted it to? Let's focus on tomorrow. Let's focus on this moment. Let's focus on helping our children and our children's children have a better future. Just know that we're planning on being here, Lord willing, every Sunday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern time. We plan to be here to help you create a bag, okay? Further grow that bag and even protect the bag with the resources that we're connected to. Any final words, Mr. Taylor?
So you can grow. Let's go.
Let's go, everybody. God bless you guys. And until next time, have a great week.
Deuces.